Hello, Laddie.
Yeah,
Good
it's good.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's good to have you, Solomon. Good afternoon. So we're
Yeah, I
seeing,
can hear you.
yeah, we're seeing the month of June moving on, quite fast. But we're not seeing much excitement when it comes to Bitcoin price action. But it seems Ethereum has something cooking. What are you seeing?
I'll say the community isn't expecting so much from Ethereum, except the fact that there are lots of big monies that are actually interested in Ethereum. Like we have lots of hedge funds that are looking at them loading up lots of Ethereum because sincerely, it's one of the oldest cryptocurrencies that hasn't actually moved. You can imagine Bitcoin is above $100,000, whereas Ethereum is still around $2,600. So it still has a huge upside to about $4,000. So looking at return on investment is a good buy for big money and not most of the VCs and companies looking at loading up cryptocurrencies. So that's the only reason. But aside that, the community, they don't have any new proposals that they are trying to push out to boost the performance of the whole ecosystem.
Right. So, looking at, there's some charts, from some of the analysts out there, it seems to show that Bitcoin might be flirting with a top at this point and possibility of a drawdown in price, maybe to maybe $50,000, $40,000 level, maybe. We don't know that, for sure, but that definitely spells doom for altcoins at this point. Do you think the best trade now is to stay out of the market?
Yeah, I would agree. The best trade right now, for those that are already in the market, they need to slow down the rate at which they are getting into newer projects, especially altcoin, because we're seeing a new trend where if Bitcoin moves, altcoins are very reluctant to move. And when Bitcoin corrects, most of the altcoins dump by 20, 30% or even worse than that. And yeah, there's still that tendency that Bitcoin might break below $90,000, but I don't believe it would go below 90K. I feel the worst would see would still be in the range of 90 and $100,000, and we need that correction for a healthy structure on the Bitcoin chart. That's what we're actually waiting for. But long term, and by long term, I mean the next 6 months to about 1 year, I still don't see Bitcoin doing an aggressive dump to what most analysts are saying, 60K range or probably 50K or even 70K range. I don't see Bitcoin doing that because of the interest level now for Bitcoin is at all-time high. I mean, soon we'll see countries adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. That's what we are bracing ourselves for, and that would only cause more scarcity. And let's not forget these countries, they are not looking at selling. Once they start loading up Bitcoin, they are not selling. That's something that most persons fail to understand. So we are getting into the time where we're seeing like more demand of Bitcoin and gradually lesser and lesser supply of Bitcoin or circulating supply available for the masses.
So I guess the $1 million question now is 2025 the year where Bitcoin rallies and altcoins do nothing?
Well, we can actually use that catchphrase. Yeah, it's that year where Bitcoin will give the most return on investment on average than altcoins, because sincerely, most of altcoins have been slaughtered all through this year till date. So they haven't even recovered after the February March dump. And Bitcoin has managed to do almost another 30 to 40%. Yet most altcoins are still at negative from where they were at January. So we can actually agree to disagree that this will be the year where Bitcoin makes good returns, whereas altcoins stay stagnant.
All right, we'll definitely keep tracking. Thank you so much. Solomon Munde, financial market analyst. Thank you.